Hello everyone, I call myself Zondagskind and I like to give you challenges in Civ 6. And this is the second one of the challenge marathon. I played this game off camera. I know that isn't riveting content if you were interested in Let's Plays, but it's the only way I can make 3 or 4 challenges a month and still retain somewhat of my sanity. So here is Babylon, and this is the spawn that I have picked out for you, and I have already won on it. But for those of you who do not want to be spoiled, I won't say any more than what you can see on this map, what the abilities of Babylon are. First up, we have Neo Elysium. When each specialty district except the government plaza is constructed for the first time, receive the lowest production cost building that can currently be constructed in that district. That's quite an amazing ability, especially if you want to go for a religion. You immediately have the shrine, and if you get the profit, you can immediately start getting religious units. Of course, getting a library immediately in a campus is great. Having the arena immediately so you can go for Colosseum is amazing. And receive an envoy when any other district is constructed. Enuma Anu Enlil, Eurekas provide all of the signs for technologies. Amazing, but you do have a 50% science debuff per turn on cities, as far as I can tell. Take note of that, because there might be some mechanics in the game that don't get this debuff. I'm thinking of pillages, and I'm thinking of some special abilities like from Fez, like from the hero Anansi. We're playing with Heroes and Legends mode here. Maybe you can make some use of that. Then we have the Sabum Kibitum Babylonian unique ancient era melee unit. Extra combat strength against heavy and light cavalry. And it has 3 movement and sight. Kind of a weird mix between warrior and scout. Personally, I find it a bit of an awkward unit, but maybe I'm missing something. And the Palgum, building unique to Babylon, housing and 2 production. Freshwater tiles receive +1 food. Well, won't you look at this little spawn? If I just check where we have... I think I can do that by doing river. All of this will get +2 food if you build your first Palgum. And speaking of Palgum, of course, in a challenge, I have some achievements for you. So I personally went for a science victory to see whether that is really awkward for Babylon or whether it's quite doable. But you're free to go for any victory you like. And these are the achievements. By the rivers of Babylon, build a Palgum in the ancient era. So on deity, and the turn 1 save is in deity. You will have about 50 turns to get to your first Palgum. It unlocks not behind the wheel, where normally the watermill unlocks, but behind irrigation. So take note of that. We have a breakthrough after breakthrough. Finish as the civ with the most technologies unlocked. Those famous walls finish with at least 5 cities with any walls. I do not count urban defenses from steel. So this does not count. I do actually want ancient and or medieval and or renaissance walls on 5 different cities from you. Nebuchadnezzar, recruit at least 3 great scientists, and Gilgamesh will remember this. Eliminate Sumer, or finish with at least a level 2 alliance with them. Either way, you have to be either super friendly or super hostile with them. And then as a little bit of info here, Civilization 5 was the only installment without Hammurabi, with Nebuchadnezzar II leading Babylon, and their unique improvement in Civ 5 was a replacement of the walls with more defensive strength. That's why those famous walls is an achievement as well. Other than that, I won't spoil anything now. But if you're interested in how I did the achievements and a little bit more about how I finished the game, then you can stick around. If you don't want to be spoiled, you have to click away now. Here we are in the end state of this game. So as you can see, Babylon has grown quite big. Got a couple of cities around here. Here's Lake Retba, which we got a holy site next to, and a religion called Ancient Niter, with Zen meditation, Gurdwaras, cross-cultural dialogue, and holy order. Cross-cultural dialogue, interestingly, goes into beliefs here, which, if I am not mistaken, is not affected by the debuff that you get from being Babylon. It does not affect, as far as I can tell, charges from Anansi, and it does not affect, as far as I can tell, signs you get from Fez, which is close by, for converting cities. So I used all of that for a relatively okay science victory. I believe this will go in the Hall of Fame as turn 210, and I was quite happy with that. Let's look at the achievements and how you can check for them. So, first off, by the rivers of Babylon, build a Palgrim in the ancient era. Well, of course, you have the historic timeline here, and you have a Palgrim that is over here for me, turn 42, which is not too long before the start of the classical era. Then, second, breakthrough after breakthrough. Finish as the Civ with the most technologies unlocked. You can check that over here in overall. I have 71 technologies researched to the next one, 56. I believe that it counts future tech for every time you research it. Then, those famous walls. Finish with at least 5 cities with any walls. I should be able to check that this way. Walls Babylon. Or does it just show? No, it doesn't just show anyone. So, Durmuti has ancient walls. Rapicum has ancient walls. So does Durkorigazu. So does Ashnuna. So does Karkar. Fourth, we have Nebuchadnezzar. Recruit at least 3 great scientists. So, you should be able to do that over here. Great scientist. For me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, of course, leaned pretty heavily into that. Which I'll talk more about in a second. And Gilgamesh will remember this. Eliminate Sumer or finish with at least a level 2 alliance with them. I decided to go for the friendly route. But he's right next to you, so you could also go and attack. Other than that, one thing I did well was, although I did have to save scum for it, get Great Library. That's of course very nice in a science game with Babylon, because you get entire sciences every time that someone else picks up a great scientist. So that must have been 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, probably I didn't have Great Library at this point, but let's say from realistically this point onwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think also a couple more. Well, in any case, some text from that. And on the other hand, what I did very, very wrong was there was no place to build Ruhr next to this. At least for the longest time there wasn't. Or there wasn't an industrial zone next to it. There wasn't a place for Ruhr next to this industrial zone. There wasn't a place for Ruhr next to this industrial zone. So I actually had to build Ruhr kind of in a weird spot. And definitely didn't beeline it that way. I thought that in a science game, your tech path would be more kind of ambiguous, that you wouldn't have to beeline Ruhr as much as you do it with, as you do it in a different game with Babylon, in a domination game. But I think in hindsight, it would have been clever to just go straight for it. So if you play this game, then definitely try to go for Ruhr faster than I did. But yeah. That's going to do it, YouTube. So I hope you like that. If you do, then do please hit the like button. If you don't like Chechen, then you know, I can't help you. But you can leave a comment. In any case, subscribe and ding the bell so you know when the next episode goes live. And we will see you then. Bye bye.